Hello chatbots out there, today in this video I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on my Thursday and Friday of this week. I hope you guys have had a lovely week and you're having a fab Friday. On my Thursday I got up and I was up early-ish for me anyway, and I had some toast and a cup of tea and I had my African calendar chocolate, listened to a bit of music, did it with drawing and colouring in on my phone, which is super therapeutic, loving that colouring app. Worked on some new illustrations and a bit of my short story that I'm working on that is very much inspired by Gossip Girl and Disney kind of thing. It's very much like that, loving the drama in it, and it's going really well. And I then had a nice refreshing shower and got changed, and my older brother and sister and younger brother and my dad were at work, and after work my dad had gone off to go fishing with my uncle. My mum was up in the night, so she was resting up and having a nice line, and I then was just sorting out my dolls and tidying up my office and played with my own beat up doll, watched some old episodes of EastEnders and some Glee episodes and Doctor Who and a bit of Gossip Girl and a bit of Supernatural and some Friends episodes and Baron fan vids, and then I was just doing a bit of illustration work and loving my new sketchbook. It's so good illustrating, and I have been taking lots of inspiration from Serena and Blair from Gossip Girl and the outfits that they wear. And then I got myself ready and I went off for a walk, and I locked up thinking it was my house key, but it was actually the main house key, so my mum was trapped in the house. So I got back. Well, she wasn't going anywhere anyway, but she was trapped, and I meant to post it back through the letterbox, but I put it in my pocket thinking it was my key, and I'd gone off and got a hot chocolate from the best coffee place ever, and they now have the Christmas cups, which are super adorable. And I had that, got photos up for the gram, and then went off and had a look around the charge shop, went into the garden centre in the high street and had a look around there, and then went off to the flower shop and had a nice chat with the flower shopkeeper, who's so lovely and always lets me take photos of the flowers in her shop, and we always have a lovely chat. And then I was on my way back, and that's when my mum texted to say, asked where I was, and I had left a note to say where I was going, and then I called her and she explained how I forgot to put the key in the letterbox, so she was stuck in the house. Whoops. And then I got myself some lunch and got my mum a sandwich as well. Got back and unlocked the door, so she was free. She was in trap now, and I saw my family friend who I went to school with, who's now a postman, and he had to put a parcel that arrived around the back because the door, she couldn't get the door open, so she had to stick out, head out the landing window and shut down to say to put it behind a bin. So of course I brought that in, and then I had my lunch. I had a chicken and stuffing sandwich and got some apple juice. I'm literally obsessed with apple juice, it's just so delicious. And then I listened to a bit of music and watched Today's Neighbours, and I uploaded the flower snaps that I got while out on my walk onto my social medias, and I'm going to be showing you guys those now. Quite a few and posted those, and then went onto my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, just chatting to my mates on Facebook, tweeting away, watched some TikToks and some Vlogmas videos, and watched some other vlogs, and my mum and myself were just watching BBC Doctors, and then I watched Today's Neighbours, wrote a bit of my journal, did some drawing and colouring in, and listened to a bit of music, and then was sorting out my beat up dolls and a bit of beat up doll photography, and then I put those away and uploaded the photos of those onto my Instagram. And then I was just working on a bit of my short story that I'm working on that's going really well, and I watched The Grinch. I messed around on TikTok a bit. My older brother got back from being at work, and he then went off to rugby, and my younger brother got back from being at work and he went off to the gym. And then for tea we had spaghetti bolognese, which I'm going to be showing you guys that now. Spaghetti bolognese is probably one of my favourite meals ever. It's so good, especially with tons of Parmesan cheese on that. And I then had some biscuits and a cup of tea and tidied away, and then went up and watched the UK soaps and wrote the last bit of my journal entry for the day, and then put that away as I was finished writing that for the day. Did a bit of drawing and a bit of colouring in, and was just watching some TikToks and some Vlogmases, and read a bit of the Magpie Society, the News Weather book, which is so good, has me on the edge of my seat, loving that. And I was just listening to a bit of Michael Bublé's Christmas, bit of Kylie, bit of Lady Gaga, 1975. I have a large range of music taste me, and did a bit of karaoke, love a sing song, and then watched this special about the Corrie women of the show. And Rita is probably one of my favourite female characters in Coronation Street, and it's the 60th anniversary this week, so the episodes have been so good. And Geoff is now dead. He fell off the roof after he set fire to Yasmin's house, and Yasmin had to go onto the roof. Yasmin and Ali were on the roof, and I was like, oh my god, he was gonna fall off, someone's definitely gonna fall off, and he fell off into the chicken coop, which is a fitting end considering how he killed Yasmin's favourite chicken and made her eat it, and then to be killed and end up in the chicken coop. Revenge best served. And I loved how at the end the chickens were pecking at his head. The chickens got their revenge too, and I'm glad that Yasmin finally stood up to him when they were on the roof. And yeah, it's such a great show, probably one of my favourite soaps. I'd love to create and start my own TV soap one day, but also would love to write for one of the greats like Corrie. I think it'd be amazing. And I then watched a bit of Gossip Girl and watched a little bit of Glee and some old soap episodes of EastEnders and Corrie and Hollyoaks, and then I went off to bed. And then I woke up today with the sad news that sadly we have lost a great actress. Barbara Windsor has sadly lost her battle to dementia, and it's just so heartbreaking. I loved her in EastEnders. Peggy Mitchell will live on in our hearts forever, as for Barbara. She's just such an icon. Loved her in the Carry On films, and yeah, it's just so heartbreaking. And I had a nice refreshing shower, had some breakfast. I had a bowl of cereal and had some chocolate, and listened to a bit of Kylie, and was just watching a bit of Friends and some stuff from McCall. My mum got up and she'd been up in the night again, so she wasn't up till later on. My dad had been back from work and gone off for a nap, and my younger brother, older brother and sister are at work, and younger sister's in uni. And for my lunch I had some scrambled egg, and I'm getting pretty good at making scrambled egg now, and this time I took it up a notch. I made scrambled egg with cheese, so it was cheesy scrambled egg, and so I had that and a cup of tea, and watched some episodes of Doctor Who and Father Brown, and watched a bit of Escape to the Country. And then my dad got up from having a nap, and my mum and myself were just watching a bit of Murder, She Wrote. And then me and my dad went off to my dentist appointment. He stayed in the car while I went in on my own for the first time, so I was a little bit nervous. And I went into the dentist, and they said how one of my teeth is going to have to come out, and so I'm going to have to be going back next week to have that taken out, which is super annoying. I just want to get it out now, but unfortunately the drug that they need to use, they can't use until next week sometime, because they don't have a part or something till then, which is so annoying, but what can you do? And yeah, they've got to cut it down, because there's 3 routes, one going that way, one going that way, and one going that way, so it's not going to be easy. Luckily they're going to know it, but they didn't sugarcoat it, and they made it sound like it was going to be really excruciating, like some type of torture thing. And so I was a little bit anxious, but they explained everything. So what can you do? Just gonna have to wait till then and then get the tooth sorted out. And I then got the little bit of paper that says the time and date for the next appointment and the bill for what I'm gonna have to pay. And Jesus Christ, no wonder they have good bank account because it's ridiculous how much it is. But luckily I'm furloughed at the moment, so I've got a lot of money in the bank, so it's fine. And I showed my dad, and my dad looked like he was going to have a heart attack. And I said my brother might as well just punch me in the face and knock my teeth out that way, save a lot more money. And I went off with my dad to Dobbies, best place ever, I love it, love garden centres. I'm an old man at heart, I love garden centres, always have done, and went in there and got a bit of Christmas shopping done. And I have been so brave at the dentist, I thought I deserved a little treat, so I got myself some Turkish bits. Gonna have to remember to eat them on this side and not that side, because this side is a no eating on that side area at the moment. And then I know I've got enough, and I've said that I'm not going to get any more, but I got this notebook here. I love it. I love the butterflies. Butterflies are probably my favourite insects. This, I swear now, it's the last notebook I'm getting for a while anyway. And then we got back and told my mum about it, and she said, have you got the tip out yet? And I said, no, not yet, and explained everything, and then told her about how much it would be. And she too was like, how much? I was like, it is what it is. She hates the saying, it is what it is. My dad always says it, and she's like, don't say that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I then had a cup of tea and some biscuits, wrote a bit of my journal, and watched Today's Neighbours, listened to a bit of music, did a bit of coming in, and on the way out of Dobbies, I saw a rainbow, and it was very lovely. So I got a nice snap of that. Can't speak, and I'm going to be showing you guys a photo of that now. Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I need that to pay for that bloody dentist bill, Jesus. And I listened to a bit of Michael Blue's Christmas. Love a bit of Michael Bublé's Christmas. He's just got such a great voice. And just a bit of Kylie. Did a bit of drawing and some colouring in, and I've been working on the literature to my book, which is going really well. Loving that, and I am having pizza for tea. I'm now off to go and do a bit more of my work on my book, few new illustrations that I need to finish off, and listen to a bit of Michael Blue's Christmas, watch a few more vlogmases, and have some of my Turkish Delight bits, having pizza for tea, so I'm looking forward to that. And I hope you guys have all had a lovely week, have all had a lovely end to your week and a lovely Friday. Have a lovely rest of your Friday, and I will see you soon in the vlog coming very soon. Bye.